this Christianity with its deity, who would create a man who loves another man and then condemn him for committing homosexuality. I object. The religion that claims their God is the embodiment of love and fidelity. But if you don't believe him the right way, he'll send you to hell for all eternity. I object. A system that not only approves of war and capital punishment, but supports them, yet won't allow a rape victim the right of an abortion. I object that the book, written thousands of years ago, when the world knew that it was flat, has the relevancy and the accuracy to speak into my life with any sense of absolute authority. I object. A church that is against more than it is for, that hypocritically condemns that which its members supports, that knows how to pick up stones better than they know how to lay down swords, that spends more time inflicting new wounds than healing old souls. I object to all of these ideas and ideals that the church and its Christians so actively purpose. And yet, I am a Christian, for I object that my objections could call a heavenly God to my earthly courts. In short, I object. I am God. I object my own authority. I object that I am judge. I object that truth is my property. You see, the church doesn't have a legalistic dogma. We have the risen Son. This religion doesn't have a political agenda. We have the kingdom come. Christianity doesn't have an ancient morality. We have a living God. This faith doesn't stand upon neutrality, for we have the Lord who claimed that it is done. Therefore, where I used to object, a God will limit the time and gender and activity of our human sexuality. Now I object, a creature claiming to know better than Creator about the nature of their biology. Where I used to object to a loving God sending people to hell in judgment, now I object that a God who left wrongs unpunished could be considered full of love or justice. Where I used to object a people that would allow a nation to go to war but would prohibit a woman to abort. Now I object by saying that though we deserve scorn, God would allow grace to reach those who harm the living or the unborn. Where I used to object the declaration that the Bible is infallible, now I object the assertion of a God that is inaudible. Where I used to object a church that is hypocritical, judgmental, and hostile, now I interject the amazing truth that God would give such people the gospel. For we are not the only ones capable of objections. God Himself, through Jesus Christ, called our very sin and death into question. You see, God objects that broken sexuality must end in condemnation. So He died the human death to bring all stripes of sinners into repentance and salvation. God objects that His followers should look upon the world and judge with hate. So He showed us in the cross to say that both those whose ways are crooked and those whose ways seem straight are both equally covered in many stains. God objects that violence be done in the name of religiousness. So He'll let the religious act out their viciousness, His flesh, that He might act out on them His forgiveness. God objects that people should be oppressed by a religious law book. So He took the penalty of the law on Himself, so with freedom on the truth we all might look. God objects that His creatures must perish in punishment. So He became flesh to save them from their own justice. He He objected evil. He objected its sentence. He objected death. He objected its vengeance. He objected every semblance that of which would prevent our acceptance. So bring your objections and I'll bring mine along with all my transgressions, and we will sit together. How despite all we have objected, it is our deserved death that received the ultimate objection.